Alright guys, welcome to the suburbs of Russia. St. Petersburg, outskirts of the city. Beautiful weather. Let's see what's going on. Welcome. People watching, subscribe. Here we go. Oh man, Chinese restaurants. I love Chinese food. I love also Japanese sushi, of course, but Chinese food, that's epic. Not epic, super tasty. Sorry, что за город? This is St. Petersburg. And we in St. Pete, guys. St. Pete, north of the city. And people always, not always, sometimes somebody says, don't film only the city center. Well, I love the outskirts, I love the suburbs. And I'm a foreigner in Russia, so welcome to my live stream. Checking it out. Check it out. Okay, Petersburg. Indeed. Let's check out some of the so the city center, not city, aerial center is nearby, like 2 bus stations away. Otherwise, this is just suburbs, guys. And but Russian cities are built like that. You have a lot of different local centers all around. This is Russia, guys. What is this? See, this salon красоты. Oh, it rhymes. And we're gonna go into the neighborhoods. Also check out. So you have all stores everywhere on this below, right? Lots of stores. And also, if you go further, not 2 stations away, is like the real center of this neighborhood, which is called, of course, Komendansky Prospect. And there's a lot of. That's a big center, bigger center. Not far from here is Pionierskaya, which is even bigger center. It's like 1 metro station other way, right? It is beautiful. You have also some kind of a center. Is this a business center or a shopping mall? I think it's a business center because not too many stores over here. You see? Chunei Bal, where you from? Russia is far from communism. That is so stupid. That is really far from any communism. That's just plain stupid, guys. And Russia is more capitalist than, let's say, America, easily. Huge prospects. Germany, so you're probably Turkish or Kurdish. And so if we go down here, we got some stores over here. Hold on. Where should we go? 30 seconds. That's not enough. I don't want to be running. Да, кисел бы, это троллы просто. Guys, don't try to troll the master. Oh, check it out. So here, this is like, I would say, early 2000s neighborhoods, maybe 90s. But nowadays, new modern buildings are way different. And check it out. Have cool looking entrances into the neighborhoods. We're gonna go in as well if you want. Hello, Lazarus. Hold on, where should we go? We can go anywhere, but these are just neighborhoods, no? Right? Now I got it. Over there, right? So let's go over there. So there you can see the Atmosphere shopping mall. That's the shopping mall, and we might go in. Not into shopping mall. I've showed you in my live streams a month ago. This is just basic, not very. There are more prestigious or more popular shopping malls, but this is a nice little place around the traffic circle, what you call it. And this is St. Petersburg, very far from center, almost the edge. Everybody join in. These are 80s. You got 80s, you got 90s and 2000s, for example, right over there. And no bums, no trash. Quite busy streets though, because this is a big center. And big centers are located all around Russian cities, especially bigger cities. Beautiful birch trees. And that's what I love about older neighborhoods, let's say 80s especially, Brezhnevka, 70s, 80s. That's my favorite. This is Komendansky Prospect neighborhood. And I like it. Entrance to a store on the basement floor. First floor is usually stores. In the older buildings, you have some stores, but not as much in the new ones. For example, over there, that I filmed many times, that's like 2000s, you know, late 90s maybe. And it's full of shops all the way through the prospect, because there's more people. I don't know, the houses are designed differently, that's the thing. Name of the street, I don't know, but this is Komendansky Prospect. This is Atmosphere. Got children's daycare of some sort, playground. Got a playground over there. And check it out, this is simply awesome and beautiful. I like these 80s buildings as well, guys. Literally, I really like it. They, from the outside, they're not the nicest, but the neighborhoods are really. We're gonna go into the neighborhood now. I'm a chair. Call your mom, she will know. They say that there is awful shortage of gasoline. Peter, just look at about the gasoline. Yes, I know that's funny. It's a funny joke. It's a new wave of bullshit. And you can check out my latest short video on my channel. I filmed 2 days ago these huge shortages, so to speak. There's no shortage or lines for gas. Everything is normal, guys. So this is patched up. This is like the 80s era building. And like I said, I love Brezhnevkas. Not necessarily depends on the house, how cool is it inside, how well it's maintained, but usually they are really nice. Houses are better inside than outside. All right. Hello, Julia D. Thank you. This looks like Bois, Idaho, even with the trees. Is it cold already? Yeah, today is super cold, but today is very warm looking, right? But it's actually 6 degrees Celsius. 6. And guys, if you don't know, I'm Igor in Russia, foreigner traveling to Russia. Biggest content archive of content of the Western, currently only in the western side of Russia. And yeah, trying to explore as much as I can. Parikmacherska, this looks a bit, well, you have graffiti, that's a rare thing to see. A newer entrance over here. And people say, hey, you only showing the nice things. Well, for me it's nice, but I'm sure everybody don't agree that, you know, this is nice, for example. But I think it's cool. There's nothing to hide if you want to just look at it. So check it out. They're building, actually, they're creating their own little gardens. That's how in Russia it's a tradition. Some people who are in the city can create their own little gardens like this, for example, right? No, this is St. Petersburg. Thank you, Julia. Is it cold? Yes. What else? Yes, guys, it's Russia. All right, that's the atmosphere. And yeah, a lot of people. Basically, in this neighborhood, in this area, district, lives probably more people than in your city together. But this is just a district of a city. Single family homes. What does it mean, single family homes? You mean like one parent? All sorts of apartments. And these are not balconies, actually. These are kind of like, not escape, but I mean the exit balconies. So balconies are these, but every house has a balcony set like this, especially Braiden buildings and others as well. And that's only because that's the staircase. How many people? So you have people living alone, living as a couple, or small families. This depends on it, of course. On this different size. This is not a, communist country where all buildings or houses are the same. Depends on the house, square meters, etc. But this neighborhood is medium-sized for medium wage people. So it's very normal. So I would say a below or a medium, salary people, middle class. All right. Yakefir, yes, but officially it's 5 million, but unofficially it's probably closer to 7 million easily. Thank you, Zach Logan. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate your super chat for extra bag of beans. Will do, sir. Thank you so much. And if you have a question to ask, let me know. I'm Igor Russia. I'm a foreigner traveling to Russia, extensively exploring the country, so make sure to subscribe, and if you want to use super chat, please use it now. Hold on. All right, my friends, these are the suburbs. This is the suburbs, but if you're talking about like suburbs without having like small private houses, yes, they do. It's even further. Not too far from here though. Yes, it's safe even after midnight. Julia D, star commentator. Правильно говорите. Thank you, Soul Shine. And by the way, speaking of cats in your name, I love feeding cats. Anywhere we go, when I travel, I usually have cat food with me. Not right now, actually, because I'm not here for this, but I decided to stream. So I always feed stray cats in Russian cities. Usually they are in the suburbs like this if you have strays. Some places have more than others. Moscow, I never seen Moscow street cats yet. I have once. And the smaller cities you have more. So yeah, do most people speak English here? No, they don't. Most people speak very poorly English, but some speak a little bit better, new generation especially, but fluently it's quite rare. So huge neighborhood right here. Hold up, let's go through actually here. This is St. Petersburg, outskirts, suburbs of St. Petersburg. Huge, just like in the 80s, they used to have huge courtyards. So this is courtyard in the middle. This is a little bit newer buildings. Over there is the 80s. Cedric, you're banned for bullshitting. Guys, join the chats where you're watching this from. This is not a political place to be at, so no politics, culture, life, etc. Yes. There's a lot of immigrants, especially from Caucasus in Russia. Actually, millions of them. Saying Moscow has few millions. Petersburg, maybe, I don't know. Million, maybe? It's hard to tell. Birds chirping. Tess, nice. If you want to move, you can contact me. I'm I can give you some tips. Plus, if you want to move to Russia, there's of course a possibility to use that shared values visa thing. You can get a temporary residence permit for 3 years easily if you're from the West. And you can use the link in my description for Braiden Consulting for free consultation. And then if you need their services to get it done quickly, you can get a discount with that link. Philippines, I don't understand. Da Kamienda. Haidar, correct. What else do you have? Yeah, birds right here, guys. Lovely. Somebody's practicing here or just running around. A chick. Green place, yes. Hello from Spain. Clear blue sky here too. Love those buildings and gardens. Alex, I love the Soviet thing here. This is Soviet neighborhood, late Soviet. But you have newer buildings. I've shown you everything on my channel, but this time we're here. Da Mark. Do they have soda? If they do, what's the favorite brand? Yeah, they have Russian brands, and of course you have also still Coca-Colas and Pepsis. They're a little bit more pricey because they come from other countries, meaning they're not produced here anymore, but you can get like from Uzbekistan or China or, you know, Arab countries. They are sold here. It's relatively easy to find. But otherwise, I like, actually, my favorite new brand is Everves. It's the ex-Pepsi factory, and they produce it here. I think it's like genuinely good tasting. Everves Black, which is like the zero sugar version. All right, guys, check it out. Beautiful place, yes. Bedford, Texas. Yeah, guys, join the chat. Let me know where you're watching this from. Subscribe to the channel as well. Nice looking artwork. The problem in Russian neighborhoods usually is the parking. I think it's almost everywhere. Almost everywhere, the problem is probably parking. And the thing is that people park everywhere on the sides. And after work, it gets super crowded and people start to park in places where you shouldn't. Sometimes it's hard to travel or out of the areas. Here, for example, this is relatively small courtyard. New ones are built more in compact, so even less places to move. And there could be parks, actually, cars on left and right. Here is not, so it's nice. Beautiful Brezhnevka, guys, Brezhnevkas. And I love the fact you have old neighborhoods like this. Beautiful, right? I want to go to Ural for sure. Yekaterinburg, it's in my list, of course. The furthest I've gone is Ufa, so one city before Yekaterinburg. This summer there is a new series going on my channel. It's called From Russia to Eurasia, something like that. And currently I'm editing videos from Kazan. From Kazan is gonna be there's gonna be way more. After this we're gonna go to Nabережные Челны, also Tatarstan, and I'm going eastwards to Ufa, all the way to Russian and the Eurasian border. No, Europe and Eurasian border, which is Orenburg. All right, guys, push like. Where you watching this from? Let me know. Shout out your countries. Amsterdam, Holland. This is city St. Petersburg, Russia. Baltimore, Maryland. Hello, John. Гораздо больше, чем 7. Yes, more than 7 million probably in St. Petersburg. It is Alberta. Hello, Dior. North Dakota, Minnesota. Hello. Like Moon. Yes, please don't drink alcohol. It's injurious to health. Correct. All right, keep on coming, guys. Lenin Peace Prize. Big love from Russia for Russia. Thank you so much. That is cool. When the last time you saw a new building? 2 hours ago, where I live. The whole neighborhoods. They built new neighborhoods in the sizes of Europe's cities, meaning they built like a place of 50, I don't know, 100K at once. Boom, boom, boom. And they built huge areas, and the city expands in every direction very rapidly. St. Petersburg was, I think, the second most popular place to move to. So that means in a country of 145 million people, if those who are wanting to move somewhere, I think 30% maybe wanted to move to St. Petersburg. So you figure, plus the immigrants, a lot. This is what I told you about, guys. People are taking care of these places by themselves. Miss Hello Violinist, beautiful. No under earth parking halls, no. The soil in Russia in St. Petersburg is really tricky, so maybe that's why. But otherwise, in newer neighborhoods that I've shown you on my channel, hold up. They build special parking halls, but not underground. It looks better than Kensington. Yeah, you can get a house here. Prices are pretty much soaring with the built apartments late few years, but you can get here a 40 square apartment, 50 for I would say 10 million divided by 100. So how much is it? 100,000? Is it $100,000 euros? So that's probably the price range, guys. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Igor in Russia, foreigner in Russia. Somebody asked how long I've been living here. I don't live here. I'm one of the few people who travel here. I would like to move as soon as I get the channel income or my income sorted. So make sure to use super chats. And guys, I'm showing you, by the way, currently a Soviet neighborhood, which I like. This is one of the typical neighborhoods in Russia. This is from the 80s. That's why there's huge areas between houses. Newer ones are way cooler for you guys, maybe. Somebody likes this, like me, for example. I love to hang out here. It's very... listen to the birds. I think this is normal. In the middle of, there's a new school, by the way, in the middle of neighborhoods. Single family homes with yards, not in this neighborhood. The single family yards and like houses, private sector as they call it in Russia, is located further from the city. Now, far from here is actually a neighborhood which has a Finnish name. Man, I forgot the name. And but I filmed it as well on my channel. All my videos are shown in the link in the map, link in the description with the links to the videos. And my channel, so these private homes are far from the city. It's too expensive to have single family. This is like this is a neighborhood with people, with population more than just your local cities, so there's no room. You cannot build a single house home here unless you're a billionaire, and nobody, if you're a billionaire, you wouldn't want to build it here. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, correct. These are Soviet era, and I've told you that this is Brezhnevka's 80s, 70s, Brezhnevka's era buildings. Except this one here, the school is brand new, quite new, maybe 10 years old. And that's brands. Speaking of cars, you got Ford, some lots of Chinese cars though. But yeah, Kia, 3 Kias in a row, Citroen. Is that American? Hover? I don't know what it is. I'm bad with cars. BMW. You got a lot of as well. Oh, it's weird. Am I able to leave, get out of here? Or should I have to? Do I have to go all around? Do I have to go all around, guys? Guys, make sure to subscribe. I speak actually good Russian, but I am a foreigner, so it's my native language. But I might have trouble with some words, But for you guys, I would go as a native, but I'm not. Russians hear accent, and plus I won't be able to say all the words I want to say. Dig, Suzuki, maybe. There's a little delay, so guys, we got Ford, Renault. What is this? Hyundai. Is it Citroen, right? See, I'm bad with cars, guys. I'm bad. Honda. And yes, one Lada, but you got beaten Chevy. But notice everything is clean. And guys, this looks bad, but this is not the. This is houses normal. This is just like with houses balconies, not balconies. Houses staircase. So it goes staircase outside balcony, and you go up like this or down. Yeah, apartments look inside very, very good. Outside, it's like this, which I think is normal, basic. But this is like I said, this is a Braiden for neighborhoods. So it is what it is. And they used to have like a thing where you threw the trash right into the trash bin. They don't use it anymore, in most places. And so it's a Soviet thing. Yeah, school in the middle, which is very typical. Everything is near. Smaller shopping mall nearby, bigger, quite close as well, like 15 minutes by bus. City center by metro, 20 minutes. Everything is awesome. Actually, it's not cold. It's a bit cold, but I feel fine with a hoodie and a jacket. Right now it's the temperature is right now. Actually, how much is it? It's 6 degrees, but it's sunny, so it feels warmer. Right? Michael Bell, that's not funny. Very stereotypical, you know. Питер солнце, да, Alexander? 4 a.m. in California, guys. What you doing? Watching Russia live with a foreigner in Russia, Igor in Russia, foreigner traveling Russia. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. The best content, realistic content, just live on Igor in Russia. All right, check it out. Я в Москву приезжаю. Да, приеду. I love Moscow, of course. This now is 3 p.m. in Florida. It's early morning. Good morning, Florida. Guys, let me know where you're watching this from. Let me shout out your country from Soviet neighborhoods of St. Petersburg. Subtuna, indeed. That's what people think. It's total bullshit. Russia is more advanced than most. This guy was holding alcohol. He's drinking. Something stereotypical, at least. Right? And guys, so yeah, Compton, California, Netherlands, Colorado in the house. Seattle, Montreal, New York City, Jerusalem. Wow. I've been to Jerusalem in '95 and in Egypt. I was on a religious Orthodox trip. West Palm Beach, hello. Wisconsin, Utah. Alexei also lived in California for 8 years. From St. Petersburg. Oh, hello. Алексей, я должен показать настоящий Питер. Ну, не настоящий, новее Питер тоже. Продвинутый, 8 лет, офигенно. I just said that St. Petersburg and Russian cities are developing during the past 10 years, majorly. So I'm showing you intentionally just the daily life where I am right now. And yeah, Chicago in the house. Venezuela, hola. New Mexico, Gold Coast, Australia. Are you sure? Wow, 2 Gold Coast, Australia. Aire, Alabama, China, Shenzhen. Hello, China. Really want to visit China, guys. Scotland, Pakistan. What is that? Is that Cuba? Jesus. Mahendra, Johannesburg, South Africa. Hello, Florida. Watching from Nigeria. Yeah, you won't like England, Hawaii, Montana. Everybody's watching. Welcome everybody to Russia. I'm a foreigner in Russia. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to use Super Chat to highlight your comments or a question, use Super Chat. Frankfurt or was geht da? Toronto, New Zealand, New York, baby. Los Angeles, Cali, Evansville, Indiana, Zurich, Arizona. Guys, I'm reading everybody's countries. We're gonna keep on moving in a bit. Toronto, Frankfurt, New Mexico, Brisbane, Australia, Puerto Rico, Sweden, hey Sverige, USA, Manchester, Venezuela, in Spain. Hello. What else we got? Midwesterns. All right, Namibia, Wales. That is cool, guys. Let's walk around. This is one of the prospects here, so it's busier and louder. We're gonna go into neighborhoods as well. I love going to the other side once we can. India, Los Angeles, Alabama, Chicago. In the words of Jim Carrey, Chicago. Well, that's Ace Ventura. Alabama, North Carolina, morning here. Hello, India, Zindabad, North London. Man, it's cold. It's windy. When it's windy, it is cold. Hello, London. North London, Indiana, New York, Kenya. I maybe missed it. I'm on the move, looking around. So, Kenya, hello. New Jersey, Norway, Republic of Ireland. Freedom. Hello, California. Hope you have an awesome day. Hope you have an awesome day too. So yeah, these are the balconies of the hood. Hello, Uzbekistan. Miami, Florida, Germany. Hello, Andres. Just like all good in the neighborhood. Glasgow, Scotland. Russians think about India. I think they like really much India. I don't know about tourism. Some people like it. Otherwise, I'm not sure it's that cheap to travel to India, but I think that's something that could be developed within like BRICS cooperation maybe. Seems empty. Well, this is during the daytime work hours, so everybody who's inside is maybe like older babushkas. And this is in the middle of, well, if you go to, let's say, to Atmosphere, there's a tons of people. So this here is a place where people go from and to work, you know. So I would say it is normal because it's not rush hour, but it's getting closer to rush hour, so there's a lot of traffic right now. It's getting more busier and busier. Hello, Australia, Kansas City. Is it Korean? I don't speak Korean, unfortunately. I would love to. Brazil, mostly UK. What else we have here? Crazily beautiful. Yeah, I love the neighborhoods as well, guys. It is a bit Soviet right here, but I like it. Not necessarily would live here, but I do live nearby, and I do show you my neighborhoods. Please come to India, sir. I really want to, guys. I want to, but I need to cooperate. I'm spending all my personal money just to be here, and it is tough. Way nicer than Canada, easily. Even though the buildings are Soviet, a little bit depressive, maybe somebody might say, right? But I think life inside, just to show you, we can go inside the neighborhoods again, but I want to go to the other side right now. So it is very peaceful, and you have all the services you need. You can go to beautiful parks a little bit further, like 15 minutes by bus, 10 minutes by bus. You can go to the city center or central area. You don't need to go to the center. You have all your services you need around here. But so a bit Soviet, yeah, not bit, very Soviet, because this is Soviet neighborhoods from the 80s, maybe late 70s, Kamienda. But it's also maybe what I mean a bit because you have newer buildings like this here from 2000s. And if you go 50 minutes away, you're gonna find buildings like brand new, 5 years and or newer. These are all apartments. This is neighborhood for living. And this is like just on the Prospect side, which is, Prospect is an avenue in Russia. Crime violence problem. No, it isn't. As you can see, it's everywhere in Russia it's safe, even after midnight, neighborhoods or not neighborhoods. Yeah, huge intersections. This is very normal for big Russian cities. Huge ones. We have 4 lanes of cars in any given moment. 3 is normal across cities, across the city prospects. No rainbow crossings indeed. Hold on, let me just check one thing. Homeless, and you do have it somewhere, but it's not, they're not tenting out. I usually, if I'm here for like a week, 10 days, walking 30,000 steps a day, different neighborhoods. I maybe see 1, 2, maybe 3 during the whole time, maybe 5 during the whole time, and they're harmless because they're just doing their thing, not bothering anybody. Druggies, even rarer. Sure to use super chat if you want to highlight your comment or support my work. High trust society. It is quite a bit, yes. People don't steal stuff. There are no pickpocketers, and also if you just leave some bags, I would say it's quite safe. Because normally it is very safe in this case, but I would say high trust society in a way that in case there's somebody who is in need of something comes up, and there's a lot of people usually walking around, so that might change it, but normally yes. Let's go inside, you guys. We're going inside the neighborhood. Inside the neighborhood. This is St. Petersburg, northern area district of St. Petersburg. This is just normal neighborhood. You get online store, offices everywhere. So people, hold up, where is this going? I've never been here before, so this is just some parking stuff. This is not the nicest, I mean, visually nicest place. Привет.
А я смотрю твою трансляцию, просто иду гуляю.
Реально?
Да, да, я тебе как-то писал об этом. Тебе, ты еще по Невскому гулял. Ты на коммент домой ехал, говорю, заходи на кальян.
Да. Такие просто бывают, и некоторые троллят просто.
Не, я правда.
Некоторые просто троллят, чтобы я посмотри назад, я за тобой. Это реакция. Так что я не знаю, правда или нет. Так что приятно.
Да, Коля.
Игорь. Если что,
смотрю, ты мимо дома идешь, что такое, а я как раз во вкусе.
Ну я не отдалеко отсюда, но тут сейчас жена вот ждет. Все,
удачи.
Спасибо, всего хорошего. А кстати, короткое интервью. Я же знаю, что тут безопасность такое. Визуально это, ну тут 2000-е, так-то это 80-е, 70-е.
Вот это?
Ну, на другой стороне. Это, наверное,
все примерно около 90-го года. Это
90-е?
Это последние дома, построенные бесплатно во время, ну вот, перед развалом Советского Союза.
Это уже российские.
Это уже после было, да, после 2000-х. Я еще мелкий здесь был, и их строили. Да, это после, да. Но качество домов тех лучше.
А да? Старых?
Вот эти, которые ты снимал, ну тут этой серии нету. Да.
Там дилей, наверное.
Да. Это 80-е, 90-е были.
Ага.
Вот, да, вот этот весь край.
Ну, безопасно, хорошо, не знаю, слова не вставляю, я сам так считаю просто, ты как житель. What do you think is safe?
Максимально безопасно.
Да.
Максимально. Ну, в смысле, ну, преступность она везде есть всегда, но просто тут она пытается инкубироваться прямо на начальном этапе.
Да.
Ну, в Питере много легенд, что там город наркоманов и так далее.
Коменда, я люблю Коменду, и
Коменда, да.
Приморский район.
Да, Лахта-центр, да, пожалуйста, там гуляй не хочу. Не, по безопасности нет такого, но мы же все с детьми гуляем, и днем, и ночью. Да, днем и ночью, и никогда не было проблем, чтобы хоть какой-то малейший там был приступ, так сказать, ненависти.
Все.
А нет, тут максимально спокойно для...
Я так и знаю, но просто хочу шанс поговорить, что только говорить.
С детьми гуляем, да, каждый день.
Да.
Все в порядке.
А и подальше там?
Я понял, ты на комедии куда-то в ту сторону идешь.
Да,
по
там новее
Коминдану.
дома, но я обожаю, это не Брежневки, но те Брежневки люблю.
Да.
Там душе хорошо. Я сам из Риги жил, у меня какая-то ностальгия какая-то есть в крови, не знаю, я чувствую себя как дома в Брежневке, я гуляю, кайфую. Наверное, люди думают, какой-то псих.
Есть. Старые фонды очень любят.
Да.
Очень.
Хрущевки тоже ок.
Да.
Районы, не дома, а районы, там,
Я
там
понял,
лес
понял.
настоящий, все такое. Все,
Да,
спасибо,
ладно.
всего хорошего.
Все, спасибо тебе.
That was Kolya. Kolya же, да? He was Kolya guy, and he is I think he's a subscriber. Hold up, what happened? That was weird. He was watching the video while I was walking. Sorry guys, I didn't translate a lot, but he said these are from the 90s, last buildings built for free. And what he meant by that is during the Soviet times, there was programs where certain people were in line waiting for years or maybe tens of years, and they got the apartments for free. And the last ones built, he says, are these here. So it's 90s, and they look a bit 90s. I was wrong, I said early 2000s. So, and a maximum safe, he says, walking around with family, he says, with kids, late at night or whatever. Yeah, it does look like 90s actually. Yes. Government housing, yes, and these are the last ones to being built in that program, because after probably the programs continued after the Soviet Union collapsed. Yes, apartments for free. And yeah, man, I would love to get an apartment for free. But I never lived in Russia. I'm from Soviet Latvia, and I lived all my life in Finland, but I want to move to Russia if this channel gets the attention, the needs, traveling across Russia, etc. So we are in the neighborhoods, guys, and it's awesome. Yeah. What else, guys? Let's go through. Which countries have you seen? Have I been? I've been not too many, but I've been in more than many. Let's go. You want to see the trash? The trash is not the nicest place, but they usually have these Soviet walls on the side. And actually, this is pretty new stuff that they have recycling here for bottles like this. This is relatively, imagine there's tens of thousands of people living here, and this is what they have. That's pretty good. No rats, no nothing. Probably rats somewhere, because there is ever since the Second World War, Great Patriotic War, there has been a rat problem because of rats were explosively expanding during the siege of Leningrad, which was the most horrific one thing that Russia and the city has experienced. 1 million people died of hunger and battles and stuff, so crazy. This is propaganda. Well, you can leave if you think this is propaganda, because I only show what I experience. You should travel to Russia as well, because you will see the truth about the people, normal people, none of the politic stuff. And I hate when people always mix things up. This is what we're not doing here. Hold up, guys, let me check one thing. So yeah, these are 2000s, and I actually can believe it based on the design. The 2000s, the 90s, 2000s are way more colorful and nicer in a way for somebody. Inside, these are probably very nice as well. Yes, Lisa, Terimov. So this place is actually children's daycare. Imagine that. What is footage? I don't know the question about footage. Big buildings. Yes, this is not big for Russia. This is quite normal. This is normal, I would say. They're big-ish, but quite normal. There are bigger ones. The new buildings, let's say around Chornaya Rechka, for example, in that neighborhood, anywhere there is space where they can build, are outside the historical city. You have a clinic here. They are building huge buildings, guys. And we're talking about like closer to 30 floors, maybe more. Not 30s. Elevators